Hi there. My name is Robbin Degeratu, and I'm a librarian at Center County Library and Historical Museum. But I am really excited to talk to you today about something totally unrelated to my work as a librarian, and that is travel. So I'm really fortunate to have been able to visit 27 foreign countries in the last 9 years, and also to have traveled some in the United States, not as much as I would like to have. Travel is a real passion of mine, and helping people plan their vacations is something that I enjoy really greatly. So I'm here to present the Great Vacation Challenge as part of summer learning. So for the Great Vacation Challenge, you are going to let your imagination run wild. You are going to pick a place or region that you would love to visit, and you're going to plan an adventure there. So the first thing you want to do is really think about where are you going to go. You can plan really anything. Let your imagination run wild. Maybe you want to rent a camper van and drive from coast to coast in the United States. Maybe you want to backpack through Europe. Maybe you want to hike the Appalachian Trail. Or maybe you want to sail around the South Pacific. Really, the sky is the limit. So after you've figured out where you're going to go, you're going to kind of answer 5 questions. So the first is, where are you going to go? The second is, how are you going to get there? Sometimes you can drive, sometimes you need to fly. Other times you can't drive or fly. You might need to sail somewhere or take a train. How long are you going to visit? What is your itinerary going to be? And how much is it going to cost? So when you're completing this challenge, you're going to use a mix of library resources and non-library resources. The library resource that I think is really worth physically checking out from the library is a print travel guide. So print travel guides are published by companies like Lonely Planet or Photos, Frommer's, Rick Steves, and Eyewitness Travel are some popular publishers for travel guides. So I think that print travel guides are a really fun way to see what is available to do in a specific place, particularly if you're traveling to a foreign country. But I've used them in the United States as well. I think that there's a lot of value in just kind of perusing, so taking your time and looking through a print travel guide. So in addition to print travel guides, there is another library resource that I usually like to recommend to people, and that is the AP Newsroom. AP Newsroom is an online database that you have access to with your library card. So in order to access it, you will go to the library's website and hover over digital content on the navigation bar. And the drop-down menu will have a link to research tools. Go ahead and click on that, and then Power Library will be the first thing that you see. If you click on the alphabetical list for Power Library, that is where you will see AP Newsroom. AP Newsroom is a great way to get inspired to look up the name of a country like Cambodia and see what kind of things have happened throughout history there, the good, the bad, the ugly. See photographs and see some historical context for kind of where you're visiting. Even if you are interested in going somewhere in the United States, it's probably not somewhere else in Pennsylvania. So familiarize yourself with the place that you're interested in visiting before you go there. Obviously, to complete this plan, you're really going to need to use some reputable and authoritative, so trustworthy websites. Some good resources as far as websites go would be either state tourism websites or country tourism websites, just to kind of get a feel for what is available in the specific place you want to visit. If you are looking at planning an international trip, looking at the United States State Department website and looking at the page for that country is really helpful. It will tell you, are there any things that you need to consider? Are there any vaccinations you might need to get before you go? Some other resources that I like to use when I'm planning vacations are transportation cost calculators. So there's a website I really like called Rome to Rio, and it helps me decide, okay, do I want to try to fly somewhere? Do I want to pay to fly somewhere? Can I take a train? Can I take a bus? Should I rent a car? Also, flight aggregators are going to be really helpful. You may be looking at how much does it cost for me to fly to California. So flight aggregators pull lots of information from lots of different airlines. So I like aggregators like Google Flights or Momondo, or even Expedia and Orbitz are great resources. Finally, you're going to have to sleep somewhere. So using a lodging website like Booking.com or TripAdvisor or Hostelworld is a good option, but depending on what you're planning, you might need to look at campgrounds. It just kind of depends on where your imagination has taken you for your Great Vacation Challenge. So spend some time doing research for the Great Vacation that you're planning and work on pulling together the information that you find in whatever way makes sense to you. So you might save a bunch of files to a folder on your computer. You might write it up like a blog post. You might take notes in a notebook. Really, you should do whatever works best for you as long as you're answering those 5 questions. So where am I going? How am I getting there? How long am I staying? What is my itinerary going to be? And how much is it going to cost? So after you've kind of assembled your plan in whatever way makes sense to you, whether it's files, in a notebook, kind of as a blog post or whatever, make sure that you share it with your family or your friends. Maybe this can be part of a conversation about how you can plan to save up money for this trip. You know, if you work, can you save up money each month? Can you save on costs by traveling with a friend or a sibling? Or is this a dream trip you really need to save up for? So when you completed the challenge, share it with those people. You can even email it to me. I'll include my email address on the sheet that you can download with this program to complete the activity. You can also take a photo of some of the physical resources that you use and share them with the library on social media. So if you check out some of those travel guides, take a picture of them, tag the library. We're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Finally, just make sure you take a minute to log into BookPoints and claim the virtual learner badge in the reader dashboard. And you can do that by clicking Claim under Attend a Library Program Virtually. All right, so good luck with the Great Vacation Challenge. If you have any questions, be sure to let us know, but we hope you have a lot of fun planning the great vacation that you'd love to take one day.